All right, so today we're going deep on two movies that kind of mess with your head.
Yeah.
Her and Blade Runner.
Definitely films that make you think about what it means to be human, right?
For sure. And they both deal with AI, but in totally different ways.
Yeah. Decades apart, but both so relevant even today, you know?
Totally. Like, Her just blew my mind, the whole falling in love with your operating system thing.
Right.
And then Blade Runner, it's like this dark, gritty future where androids are almost like us.
Yeah, it's wild.
So let's dive into like what influenced the directors, what inspired them to make these movies.
Yeah. Let's uncover those creative sparks.
Okay, so Her, first, it felt so original, but I'm sure Spike Jonze had some inspiration somewhere.
Well, one story is that he read an article about a chatbot.
A chatbot.
Yeah, Cleverbot, remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
One of those early programs that tried to have a conversation.
Like a real person.
Exactly.
Okay.
And apparently that got him thinking about a deeper relationship with AI.
So like a chatbot was the seed for this whole love story.
Maybe makes you wonder what everyday things will inspire the next big movie, right?
For real. And it wasn't just tech that influenced him, right?
Right, he'd already explored connecting with artificial beings in his short film, I'm Here.
So it's like he had this idea brewing.
Yeah, and then the chatbot article maybe helped him focus it.
Like it all clicked into Her.
Yeah, it feels like a natural progression for him.
What about conspiracy theories around Her? Anything juicy there?
Surprisingly quiet. Actually haven't found any wild speculation about it.
Maybe Her is too close to home now, with all the AI stuff happening.
Yeah, good point. It might be that it just felt so plausible.
Not like some crazy conspiracy. It's like,
Almost inevitable.
yeah, exactly. All right, let's switch gears to Blade Runner. Now that one's based on a book, right?
Yeah. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? By Philip K. Dick.
Oh, yeah, I remember trying to read that.
It's a classic for a reason.
So dense, though.
It is, but the film really captures the book's essence.
That whole question of what makes us human.
Yeah, the line between humans and replicants is so blurred.
Right, and those visuals in the movie,
Unforgettable.
that rainy Los Angeles is like a character itself.
Definitely draws a lot from classic film noir.
Oh, yeah. I see the shadows, they're morally ambiguous characters.
Exactly, that gritty vibe.
And I've heard there's some Metropolis influence in there, too.
Definitely, especially in the dystopian city, the division between rich and poor.
So we've got film noir, a silent film, a mind-bending novel, all mixed into one movie.
And that's just the influences.
No wonder Blade Runner is so iconic.
But speaking of iconic, let's talk about the conspiracy theories around it.
Oh, yeah. This is where it gets good, right?
Blade Runner is notorious for them.
I bet it's so complex, all those layers and ambiguous clues.
The biggest debate is about Deckard, the main character.
Okay.
Is he a replicant?
Whoa, hold on. The whole movie, he's hunting replicants.
Exactly.
Now we're questioning if he is one.
The film is deliberately ambiguous.
Yeah, there are those hints, right?
Yeah, like the way Deckard's eyes sometimes glow red.
Oh, yeah, just like the replicants.
And what about that origami unicorn Gaff leaves behind?
That always felt important.
For sure, one theory is that it connects to a dream Deckard has.
So maybe his memories are implanted just like the replicants.
Possibly.
Mind blown. So Ridley Scott's messing with us, leaving it open.
I think he is.
I love that it keeps the conversation going.
Decades later.
Exactly. All right, so we've got Her, possibly inspired by a chatbot,
Right.
and Blade Runner, drawing from a novel film noir, a silent film even.
Wow, yeah.
Both packed with ideas, but totally different in style and tone.
It's fascinating, right? They share this AI thread, but take us on different journeys.
Okay, so what other connections can we make between Her and Blade Runner?
Yeah, and how do all these influences come together to create such powerful films?
I'm ready for the next level.
Let's go deeper. They might be different futures,
Yeah.
but they both use Los Angeles to explore our anxieties and hopes about technology.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me more.
Okay, so welcome back. So we just explored some of the influences behind these movies.
Yeah, those creative sparks.
Right now, let's look at how those influences actually show up in the films.
Yeah, visually. I mean, both these movies are so striking.
Exactly. It's all about visual storytelling,
Yeah.
symbolism, hidden meaning.
Okay, I'm ready to unpack all. Like, Her is so visually stunning.
Yeah.
Those soft colors
Yeah.
and that future Los Angeles, but it still feels familiar. It all
Uh-huh.
feels very deliberate. So what kind of symbolism jumps out at you?
Well, one thing I notice is the color palette in Her.
Yeah, it's
It's all warm, muted tones,
Yeah.
pinks, yellows, oranges.
Yeah, like a warm hug,
Exactly. And it makes the whole movie feel intimate.
almost dreamlike.
Yeah, and I think the colors reflect Theodore's emotional state.
Oh, interesting.
You know, his longing for connection and that unreal feeling of his relationship with Samantha.
But then as things get more complicated, I notice some cooler tones coming in.
Yeah,
Blues and grays.
right. It's subtle but effective.
Yeah.
The color palette shifts as Theodore's emotions change.
Like the colors are a secret language, telling us what's happening beneath the surface.
Yeah, and you know what else I noticed?
What's that?
Everyone's wearing those high-waisted pants.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Is there something symbolic about that?
I think so. The high-waisted pants combined with the minimalist designs and muted colors,
Yeah.
they point to a future where functionality and inner expression are more important than like flashy appearances.
So it's like her is saying in the future, we'll move beyond judging people by their clothes.
Exactly.
We'll care more about what's on the inside.
Right. It's a subtle way of showing a shift in values.
Yeah.
The focus is on inner landscapes evolving consciousness.
Authentic connection.
Exactly.
So the clothes aren't just fashion, they're telling us about this world.
Right.
That's fascinating. Okay, what about Blade Runner? That's a visually rich film.
Oh, yeah. Where do we even begin?
So many layers.
Well, one element you can't miss is the rain.
Oh, yeah. Los Angeles is constantly drenched.
Yeah, shrouded in that misty, noirish atmosphere.
It's oppressive, but also kind of beautiful.
Right. It adds to that gloomy vibe.
Morally ambiguous.
The rain is symbolic on so many levels.
Oh, yeah, like what?
It represents the environmental decay, you know, with all the technology.
Like the city is crying.
Yeah, weeping for what it's become.
And it mirrors the character's inner turmoil, too.
Exactly, especially Deckard.
Yeah, he's wrestling with some big questions.
Right, about his own humanity.
It's like the rain is washing away the grime, literally and figuratively.
Oh, I like that.
Cleansing the city and maybe even the souls of the characters.
Beautiful interpretation. The rain could also symbolize the tears of the replicants.
Oh, wow.
You know, yearning for life, for emotional depth,
Yeah.
for a future they're denied.
Wow, there's so much packed into that one visual element.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about the eyes in Blade Runner?
Oh, yeah.
They seem like a big deal.
Especially the replicants' glowing red eyes.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Well, they say the eyes are the window to the soul.
Right.
And in Blade Runner, they literally mark the difference.
Yeah, between humans and replicants.
Right. It's like that red glow is a symbol of their artificiality, their otherness.
But it also makes them seem more soulful, more human in a way.
It's a paradox.
It makes us question what makes them seem so human.
Even though they're artificial.
And that ties back to the whole theme of the film.
Yeah.
What defines humanity?
Is it emotions, memories,
Yes.
empathy?
Something else entirely.
Blade Runner makes us confront our own ideas about what it means to be human.
Yeah.
It suggests those lines might be blurrier than we think.
Okay, my head is spinning with all this symbolism.
It's a lot.
But in a good way. Are there any other hidden meanings in Blade Runner that we should be looking for?
Well, one detail people often overlook is the origami figures.
So yeah, Gaff leaves those behind.
Yeah, the chicken, the man with one arm.
And then that unicorn at the end.
What's the deal with those?
Right, what's the deal?
Lots of interpretations.
Yeah.
But one theory is they represent Gaff's awareness of Deckard's implanted memories.
Hold on, so he knows Deckard's past is fake.
That's the theory. Especially the unicorn. It might be a direct nod to Deckard's dream.
So Gaff is like dropping these little clues.
Yeah.
Teasing us with the film's mysteries.
It's all about the details.
This is why I love deep dives.
Yeah.
Always something new to discover.
Exactly. Now, before we move on, we have to talk about the ending of Blade Runner.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple versions, each adding a different layer of meaning.
Which one resonates with you the most?
That's a tough one.
It is.
The original theatrical ending with Deckard and Rachel driving off into the sunset,
Yeah.
that feels hopeful.
Like they can escape.
Yeah, but the later director's cuts, especially the final cut,
Yeah.
they leave things more ambiguous.
The final cut with that origami unicorn,
Yeah.
it just doesn't give us answers.
It makes us question Deckard even more.
Which is brilliant.
Yes.
It's like the film is saying, we're not going to spoon feed you the answer. Go figure it out yourself.
Exactly. And that's what makes Blade Runner so timeless.
Okay, so we've gone from color palettes and fashion choices
Yeah.
to rain eyes origami unicorns. My groan is buzzing.
We're just getting started next. We'll zoom out and explore the bigger questions these films raise
Okay.
about our relationship with technology and what it means to be human.
Right, I'm ready to go deep.
Yeah.
All right, so we've unpacked all this symbolism in Her and Blade Runner.
Yeah.
But what does it all mean? Like, what do these movies tell us about our relationship with technology?
Well, both films tap into that fear we have, that our own creations could someday replace us.
It's like the Frankenstein story.
Right. We create something in our own image, but it becomes too powerful.
And Blade Runner really shows that the replicants are physically superior to humans.
Yeah, but they're slaves, basically exploited for their strength and intelligence.
Makes you think about how we treat anyone we see as different.
Even if they might be more capable than us.
Yeah, and Her tackles the emotional side of AI.
Right. What happens when AI can meet our needs for companionship, even love?
Can you have a truly meaningful relationship with something that only exists digitally?
It's a big question. Theodore seems to think so for a while, at least.
Yeah, but it's sad to watch Samantha evolve beyond him and leave him behind.
It shows that even with all the technology, our human needs stay the same.
We crave connection, intimacy, belonging.
Can AI really fulfill those needs no matter how smart it gets?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
And Blade Runner takes it even further with the existential crisis of the replicants.
Oh, yeah, they want more life, more freedom,
Yeah.
the right to choose their own destiny.
That tears and rain monologue from Roy Batty.
So powerful.
Facing death regret, but also appreciating life.
It's like the human spirit, even in an artificial being.
Right. It makes us ask, if we create beings that can feel so deeply, shouldn't we respect them?
Give them dignity.
Yeah.
These are huge questions, and they feel more relevant than ever.
With self-driving cars, facial recognition algorithms that can predict our behavior.
It's like the line between human and machine is getting blurrier every day.
And that's why these films are so important. They hold up a mirror to our anxieties about the future.
They make us think about the choices we're making, the tech we're embracing.
The ethics of creating beings in our own image.
So what's the takeaway for us here in the real world?
We need to be mindful of the power of technology.
Yeah,
It can enhance our lives, but it can also dehumanize us.
right. It's a balancing act.
We need to have those tough conversations about AI ethics.
Make sure we develop these technologies with compassion and empathy.
Respect for human dignity.
It's like a call to action. We can't just be passive consumers of technology.
Right. We need to actively shape its development and its impact on society.
Wow, this has been an incredible deep dive.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand these films in the future in a whole new way.
That's what we're all about. Thanks for joining us, and until next time.